but here I am, at it again. Hey people, just giving you an update. I think a couple times, let me center this a bit. A couple times last time I mentioned that I was going through some personal stuff or sick. I'm over that now. It's just, we're having an Indian summer here in Pittsburgh, and it's really 50-50 on what you wear. Like, one day you might wear full-fledged jeans and a, jacket. Yesterday, it was almost good enough for shorts, and I don't know. Nothing really fucks with my senses and my nervous system than an Indian summer. But anyway, let's see. It is 5:40. Wait. Yeah, 5:45. And I think that I'm just going to let this one kind of free flow. I'm not going to... I don't have anything really planned. But I did get a couple cool things last night. The Iron Man Manual, gives you a lot of cool things, like just genuine pics of the armors. I got issue number 517 all the way to 527. I also got the first issue of Iron Man Now. So I guess I could review it. Spoiler alert, if you don't want spoilers on this or the ending of 527, which links pretty well into the issue of Iron Man Now, go away. Don't watch this. So, at the end, Tony defeats the Mandarin with Zeke Staines. I said Ezek. No, it's not Ezekiel. With Zeke Staines' help. I read it when I was really tired. I think Zeke does it himself. He, kills the Mandarin. So Tony needs space and time. Where does he go? Space. It's already established that somewhere in one of those, 80s comics, he made a space base. So he goes there for an undisclosed amount of time and comes back basically refreshed and renewed. And you see more of the billionaire playboy aspect of Tony Stark. But they bring back Maya Hansen and says, oh shit, a bunch of terrorists got dosed up with extremists. Tony, handle it for me. So he puts on his new liquid metal suit, and basically it's just like the Mark IV in the movies, only there's black where there's red, and it's adjusted a bit. Like, the legs are pretty much gold on the front, but if you look on the side, then it's black. Let me actually get a picture. I don't think it'll be a spoiler if I show the picture. Okay. Come on, Iron Man Now. No, these are just the... But yeah, this armor... as one of my, things that I asked for, take two. I asked of anyone who likes and watches my videos, what the hell is that name? It's simply Model 39. They don't say Mark. They say Model. And it's really this interestingly slim. Actually, it's very akin to Mark 7, where it's more of a heavy thing, heavier armor on the top. As to why he has the wing flaps out almost constantly, I don't really know. But yeah, it's kind of like one thing I may or may not have said. It's like a gladiator armor. Yeah, but I can't find it now. I probably stuffed the Iron Man now on my shelves, and my shelves are pretty packed as is. And Tony's that, okay, blah, blah, blah. Some terrorists got some extremists, and Tony, midway through it, basically opens up a briefcase, pours out the liquid metal, and it forms on him. Cool shot, halfway through it forming on him. He doesn't have the helmet, he just has basically from like here on out, and it's actually a little tilt. He has, the hands, so he has repulsors, and he knows how to do, I don't mean to spice. He knows how to deal with extremist enhanced villains because of Malin, and Malin was probably the worst. These are just gun for hires with extremists. And might I say that, just on an interesting side note, the two variant covers that I saw in the comic book store, one was just a pencil drawing of the whole Iron Man, posing like this. I don't know, it looks almost creepy and ominous. And the other one is a schematic type thing, where it says, like, little linear notes by Tony, like, classic black, if I can't pull it off, who can? And little, like, palette tests, of color, different areas, different levels. It actually shows kind of like an RPG-esque scale. Like, where your character may be faster, and then he or she or it is better with special defenses, and it has like a grid. Not really a grid. Just basically octangle. The hell am I talking about? Kind of like a rectangle, and then like different things, different attributes are better than the others. And it also, has another like chart. So I'm looking forward. Okay, well, let me finish the spoiler review. Sorry. And basically, yeah, he's just back to his millionaire playboy self. So you can tell that his time in space, no matter how long or short, was worth it. And actually, at the end of 527, he flies off into space, which I like, because it's actually the way that Iron Man 3 seems to be ending. Like, in the beginning of the movie, Tony Stark's showing the Jericho weapon, which is a missile that can split into different missiles as well. So you fire one, but, 5 other small ones come out as well. And, he is riding in a Jeep to the airplane or whatever, and he gets hit, and there's a reference in this comic to Yinsen, like, basically the people that got him where he is. And now he's starting back up Stark Resilient. But the thing is, it's almost like he never stopped. That's the one continuity error I can think of. And yeah, he's, basically just killing these villains. And that's it. I mean, so going into space, time to think. Then he gets to come back and, have welcoming party and shows more of the billionaire playboy side of himself. And then it's like, oh shit, I get a call from Maya Hansen. And it's actually like a text, which is, if you get this, I'm probably dead, but some extremist baddies are probably on your way. Now, when I saw, the first one, I was thinking of kind of like, not Nuclear Man, more like Melter. Because it was the only one with a mask, and the person was using, fire-based abilities. A lot about the extremist virus is that it reworks your CNU, central nervous system. And, oh man, I'm going to burn my fingers. Basically makes you faster and stronger than you could ever be normally. And yeah, I'm forgetting how it ends, but I guess it's a good thing. I mean, it leads these first 4 episodes. I'm calling them episodes because they seem like a TV show, like a really improved version of Iron Man Armored Adventures, which I'm slowly getting into, but the Extremist miniseries, coupled with the new movie Iron Man Rise of the Technovore, and then, a lot of good things happening in that. Black Widow's going to be there, Hawkeye, Nick Fury, most importantly, War Machine. Because if you've seen the Iron Man anime, you have no idea what his relationship to Rhodey is. And, let's see. Yeah, I forget the ending of the first issue of Iron Man now. I do know that he sports a new badass gold and black outfit. And chances are that's going to be his outfit for a while, because they also, relaunched all their titles and made it #1. So, they went with Uncanny, get this, not X-Men, Avengers. Yeah, I mean, I guess whatever is left after that Avengers versus, X-Men Phoenix battle, make the new... Wait, didn't Cyclops die? Kind of taking one for the team. I didn't read that. I stopped after the Magneto versus Iron Man battle. I thought that was, too easy to do. Because Magneto controls metal. He ripped, the adamantium out of Wolverine's skin through all of his pores. And considering it's your skin that's the biggest organ, and you have at least over 1 million pores on your body, that would be painful. And for a while, I remember he had, a ripped bandana kind of deal on his on his head, and bone claws, and it was even more for all, but whatever. Overall, though, if I had to go from, a scale of 1 to 5 for the first issue of Iron Man Now, I would give it a 5, because, in my opinion, they went all out. The new team working on it, whether it's the story or the art, seems very, very much like the 90s Iron Man. And I'm actually, playing catch up. reading Heroes Reborn right as we speak. And in fact, I got up early just to do that, so. I think it's kind of a style and substance thing. Like, how can we make this real stylish, but keep a good story, and not kind of, intermingle these things in a bad way to the point where one dominates another. And that's one thing that I liked about Iron Man Now, number one, is that just because Tony's back to more of a billionaire playboy type, rather than someone who's, an intelligent genius working on Iron Man suits constantly, I don't know, I guess I could say, I seem to be catching myself on all of these little dumb errors. It definitely leads a good way, to the next comics. And 3, 4, and 5 will be debuting new suits. I think it's issue 2, which has the stealth suit. Go to Google Images and type in Iron Man Now with an exclamation point and type in, suits or armors. And it looks like something straight out of Tron. A little more robotic around the feet area. And then, basically he has 2 specific heavy armors. One that looks like it could just be a brand new Hulkbuster, and the other, which is like the same thing, only with a Gatling gun, and I mean a BFG, big fucking gun, Gatling gun on the right arm. So, one thing is true. I would rate it 5 out of 5 stars, and if I had to go all the way to, 1 to 10, 1 being absolutely dredged and not worth the money I bought it with, or 10, I love it, and I'm going to continue on reading. God, my throat's scratchy. Yeah, I want to see what they do with these new suits. I mean, I don't think they've done, let's see, we've got the basic suit, which he's going to be wearing in Uncanny Avengers, black and gold. God, I love that. I mean, I'm sorry, people. That kind of ticks you off, my constant love for black and gold. I may not really like football, but I still respect what, the Pittsburgh team and every team does. I mean, they put their bodies on the line for the entertainment of fans. Whether in that special box all the way up in what my mom calls peanut heaven, kind of like the cheapest of cheap seats, all the way to, the front line where usual family acquaintances and celebrities get seats. Fun fact, I went to one college ball game, and I was with an old friend, Jeffrey, and before the game, his dad was nice enough to put, "Welcome, Jeffrey and Michael. Hope you have a good stay, and hope it's a good game." And I thought that was pretty cool. And so it links very nicely from Iron Man 527, the Invincible Iron Man. Now it's just Iron Man. They don't really have a title, like a pre-title. And I'm just trying to like decode all the ways that, you know, I can say I like this. Oh, I was talking about the suits, yeah. Then they have one that's the new black and gold, but it has like a Gatling gun. I think maybe, considering War Machine isn't really War Machine anymore, he's Iron Man, they might actually give War Machine a permanent red and gold costume. And it doesn't mean the roles are really switched around. It just means that, you know, Marvel now is meant to be a new beginning for all the characters involved, and that's everybody. And yeah, they're actually doing Uncanny Avengers. I'm so used to, you know, growing up in the 90s watching Uncanny X-Men. What happened to Earth's Mightiest Heroes? I don't know. Aside from, you know, Iron Man now, the Avengers now is definitely, well, Uncanny Avengers is something that's definitely on my list. Looks like they're going to be meshing teams. X-Men and Avengers. Let's see, this also gives kind of the opportunity for the events of one more day and one moment in time to be erased. So maybe the next time I'll see Peter Parker, he'll actually have spider stingers. And they'll play it down so much that it's just a common thing. Of course, Iron Man found a way to mimic spider sense because it's supposedly pheromone based. I don't know. Like, I really don't know these scientific applications of these, you know, powers. I know for sure they said in one show that a gland for, you know, a human to be making his or her own webs would have to be somewhere around, you know, the middle of your arm, and not really the traditional Spider-Man thing. Oh well. But Iron Man now is going good. I mean, it's only one issue. I know there are 2 out right now. So I get that instant gratification of being able to look online and being, oh, right, I can download the PDF. But, I mean, it's never the same as holding the physical book in your hands. You know, turning that page. Give me all that Nook crap you want. You know, even with a Nook, you can fold a digital page. But yeah, I'd recommend Iron Man now for any Iron Man fan, especially as of late. Now, the only problem is they don't say at all what really happened during Tony's time in space. His little, you know, vacation, per se, you know. Like, Neo, I need time. Well, that figures. We're gonna search through the Matrix. For what? For Neo. So I guess we could get to... Alright. Reviews of the new suit. Alright. Got some crazy madness. Crazy madness. So I'm talking about the Iron Man suit from Iron Man Now. It's definitely sexy. Only issue I have is that that little opening for the arc reactor is a little big for me. I don't really think of myself when it comes to art as like minimalist, but yeah. And he's got way more repulsor nodes than that. He's got at least 3, and that's all along his calf too. So, and as you can see, they've changed things. Iron Man looks a bit more like a regular soldier with kind of a helmet deal. The Hulk has armor. I don't know. I mean, it's not the gladiatorial style we saw in World War Hulk, but I don't know. Wait, let's see if I can get Thor. This is an interesting Thor. He used to have those metal caps on either side, and at least 3. And it looks like they're scattering where they put the meshed out armor. I don't know why I forgot that word. Armor is definitely in my lexicon. And I like this a lot. Pepper destroying her own helmet, the rescue helmet. Now, I didn't get to see, oh no, let's just say that really cool Tron-looking War Machine outfit is gone. And by gone, I mean can't be used anymore. Dismantled, destroyed, however you want to say it. Let's see where we can get kind of a, like a money shot. Yeah, here's another one. The Mandarin just goes insane. So he's not so much of a brilliant tactician in this. This is 527. Wait. 526. And the Iron Man outfit, it's supremely bulky and definitely well shielded, but the more you look at it, the more you see different poses, the more you think, shit, it's pretty flexible. Oh, a powerful deja vu running through my body. Here's the thing, like, they have the Living Laser. What else is in here? Detroit Steel, one of the newer baddies. But anyone who has the Iron Man technology and who is working under the Mandarin pretty much turns and fights the Mandarin. Let's see, Marvel Live, Comic-Con. Yeah, I love comics. I've never been to Comic-Con. I want to go there and dress up. And I like Iron Man to the fullest extent. I don't want to go and just be, dressed in a nice suit or something and be Tony. I wish I had the ability to produce one of those really ritzy Iron Man suits where, you could maybe push a button in your hand and, the helmet would go up, and then when it comes back down, the eyes light up, or, the wing flaps come out, something like that. It really does look like a carbon copy of what you'd find on the set of one of the Iron Man movies. Let's see. It's kind of funny, and it does look disproportionate, but this is the back of the new Iron Man suit. And it's got a giant fucking rocket. Makes him look fat. Weird proportions, but it's in the angle. It's all in the angle. And that's what I meant by the wing flaps always being out. Now, maybe it's about, charging for power or something. As far as aesthetics, though, I mean, it looks good. That's one thing I can say for sure. And Ezekiel Stane proves that he's not a bad guy anymore. He's a pretty good ally. This is the money shot. The Mandarin dead by Zeke Stane's hands. See if I can get a shot of the new Iron Man suit. This is, I guess, the best you can get. If I could enhance this or... And blah blah blah. He's fighting. Dun, 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 dun. To be concluded in Iron Man Now, issue number 1. And that's what I say about the arc reactor being a little too big. Like, I mean, from experience, I know that, Tony uses a lot of its power. Oh, this is good. It's an interesting piece because it's a very well designed shot of Bleeding Edge, but if you get a close-up of his face, he's frowning. Because he knows what he has to do. He has to leave everybody behind. And, And what's next on the agenda? 527. It's like all these little things that I've done. There's the Mandarin. You got Pepper suiting up for the first time. You got Tony. I think that's Bethany Gable or an interesting... Virginia, what the hell's her name? Virginia something. The team up he did with Spider-Man that I'm sure a lot of fans didn't expect, because after Civil War, they were just as good as enemies as anybody else who is an enemy of him. Yeah, whatevs. Current War Machine. Yeah, that's Ezekiel Stane. Zeke, actually. There's a big difference. And Iron Man flying over it all. So, now that the Invincible Iron Man run is over, I'd say I recommend it to the fullest. Mad Fraction is great. I mean, he gets a lot of flack, and I guess you could say as much as Salvador LaRocca. But I guess it's the one time. Where the hell did I put? Oh, yeah. I mean, I can't do that. I can't draw that good. I can't write that good. The one thing that gets me, it's like they are Tony. So they know what he'll do next, but they can make it accurate and make you feel like that's what he would do. There's really no other decision or non-decision. I'm not trying to get into causality. So this is drawing out a little long. Let's see if I have my Iron Man now. Like I said, I probably have it tucked away. Yeah, I have it on my bookshelf with all my other comics. The ending leads very nicely into Iron Man Now, and it's really refreshing to see Tony play that, playboy genius, using his genius to become a better playboy type thing, but still, getting down and dirty when it comes to Iron Man time. And, see, how are these written? Yeah, I mean, first of all, if you want comics at a great price, I got each individual issue for $8, even on the dot, no tax. And because not only did I buy a lot, but I'm a frequent customer. I don't know if they have any kind of like membership or club or whatever, but all these are discounted. Hokage King, disassembled. That'd be a story of my life. But, like I said, the current batch of Iron Man comics I'd recommend for both the art and story. And when those things perfectly mesh, there's no reason not to. Before I made this video, I got done looking at the digital copy of all those issues, and it's really fun because you can now make Model 39 your background instead of having to have that one picture that's on the Marvel Wiki of Tony, leaning over it with some tools and goggles, and you just see an extreme close-up. I don't know, it's cool. Let's see what time it is now. 6:20. Talking for over an hour. But Iron Man Now, thumbs up to the max. I'd recommend every Iron Man fan go out and get 517 all the way to 527. The variant covers aren't really that expensive. And then go get Iron Man Now 1 and 2. And the variant covers are really cool. See if you can get the ones that have like the schematics and linear notes on the side by Tony. It's really cool. So that's what I read that's what I'm reading right now. That's what I'd recommend. Really no complaints. The only suggestion is that I hope they use that bulky, super reinforced Hulkbuster looking suit as a Hulkbuster suit. Because I have no idea what the Hulk's doing right now. So, God forbid he ever goes on another rampage. Excuse me. But it almost feels like I'm reporting in. Hokage King reporting in for duty, sir. But no, those are my recommendations. That's kind of what I'm doing. And definitely pick up the Iron Manual. It has great information and even better illustrations. Let me see who did the art on this one, actually. Who did the art? Where's the... These are the Chronicles of Tony Stark. Playboy, genius inventor, philanthropist, director of S.H.I.E.L.D., the futurist, the hero. Get into what makes this. I guess it's collaborative, but... Oh, okay, so it's a compilation of the all-new Iron Manual, Marvel Spotlight, Iron Man the Movie, and the Iron Manual from '93, as well as Iron Man Force Works Collector's Preview '94. I must lose my breath. Good shot of Tony in the Pentagon armor. I think they labeled that, like, interestingly. One was like 1A, one was like 1B. No, it was like 1A, 2B. To be concluded, bitches.